Hi, Days in Texas. Let me make sure. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Tanya. So, hi, Mackenzie. How are you doing, sweetness? Hi, Lucky. Hi, Silent Watcher. So, for the ones, hi, Greasy Spoon. Hi, Art. So, hi, Lady. Hi, Daphne. Hi, Jailbreak. Hi, Sherry. I didn't see any. Did you text it? Of course, that's the only way you would have known. Yeah, I haven't got one from you. Yeah, I haven't got one from you, sweetheart. Jailbreak. Just oh, both of them. No, I haven't yet. I haven't yet. I need to. I keep saying that. Hi, Elements of a Crow. Hi, Nancy. Hi, old 1962 model. Hi, Beauty Muss. Hi, for the ones that don't know. Hi, Rob. Hi, retired fire captain. And I'm SP's cult member. Get in here, Melissa. Hi, Barbie. I'm going to hold the comments and I'm sorry. Did those hats fall and scare you? I'm sorry. So the reason that we're here, Bad Boy, as y'all know, was helping Jen out, and now that he's no longer helping Jen out, hi Critter, she's making some pretty vile and ugly statements about him. If he wants to come up, somebody can put him in the box, and we're gonna turn the comments off until me and him have us a conversation. You okay, sweet girl? Oh, there. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Can somebody kill the comments? We'll turn them on to where y'all can chat with him after we finish this. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, I see from you trying to be a good person has gotten you in some sort of a situation.
Yeah, it's gotten me into some crap, I guess. So some stuff I can ignore, and there's just certain things that you just can't ignore.
I
So
agree. I agree. So you've been very upfront that you've got an extensive criminal history, right?
yes, I've always told everybody that even before I've ever gotten to the box, if you paid attention in the lives, I've always told people I've had like 25 felonies and all that stuff.
And that's true, y'all. That's no exaggeration. That's absolutely the truth. But he did his time. He's only trying to make life a little better for himself and for other people. Um, so how did you come across Jen?
I'll tell you the funny story about Jen. So I've been following Jen for about almost a year now, probably since when she was living in the car and it got repoed. So I've been pretty much following her whole story. Um, what made me go into her live that night was I was in your live and I kept on getting booted out. I've been in her lives already a couple times, but I was talking about Mel, and I guess since I did that, I got booted out of your live. Um, so I went into her live, and I just happened to catch her. She was crying, and she said she really wanted this recovery, and she wanted it bad. and all that stuff. And I was like, wow, well, maybe she needs a chance, I said. And maybe someone just to believe in her, and maybe she'll grasp onto it. So it touched my heart. I prayed about it that night and everything. I really truly did pray about it. And the next day, I reached out to her and I told her I'll inbox my number. And she never contacted me for her first couple of times. And then I contacted her one more time and she finally contacted me. And I said, listen, I'll help you out. If you prove everybody that you can get the place without Princess, you get your cat back, and you do all this stuff, you do your recovery, and you get a sponsor, and you stick to all this stuff and get a job, and you don't have to get off TikTok, but not ask nobody for nothing, no more help, I'll help you get a car. And she was like, okay, I can do that. She says, I've been honest about everything. So, you have to make goals when you're in recovery. You just have to make little simple goals, and just move along to your bigger goals. So that's what we did. We were working on the goals, and then things would come along. One night she called me up, flipping out about how she was going to get to court and everything else, and crying. And so I sat there. I didn't know what to do. And then I said, well, how if I give you the money for a car rental? Will that help you out? So I only gave her $200. She had to come up with the rest. And it was only like $28, $30, and plus the gas money. But I think I put a little bit more than that in, because I said, there's a little bit of money here and there. I never really counted in, but I think I put a little bit more into that, and I got her to court for her brother's hearing. So that was over with. And then I told her we would work on Princess. Now, I knew that she wasn't going to get Princess back. I knew that was going to be a silver case. And she really wanted to try to get Princess. So I just said, you know what? I'll give you money for a rental again. And you try by the law. Said call the police and everything else and ask them. And she talked to the judge because she was going in for the protective order that she had going on. And she says she did all that and called the police and everything, and to come down, and they will go and ask if she'll get the dog back. So then I said, okay. So I gave her $350 to get the car rental. That one was a little bit more because that was the only one that was available. Go to her storage and get some of her stuff out of her storage, her pots and pans and all that stuff. So we had all that in place. The deal was not to tell nobody. It was between me and her, so that was the plan. She went and did it. Then she called me after crying with the window down, the same situation, trying to hear her with the window down and everything else. And she didn't get Princess back. I said, okay, well, I'll let you get through this day today. And tomorrow, you're going to have to start working on getting a job. And then we'll go through the civil suit and try to get Princess back. So next day came, she was boo-hooing, didn't call me, nothing else, acting. She's always act distant with me. 10 minutes maybe in the morning and 10 minutes at night, we would talk on the phone. Never opened up to me, never told me what her goals were, what she wanted to do, nothing whatsoever. So I started feeling like on Friday, I was already mad because I felt like I was being used because she just was very distant with me. And I seen this girl, Jackie, that follows Jen and Scammy Clauses live. So I did that. I learned that ghost mode thing. So I said, okay, I'm going to try this out. So I went to ghost mode and I got into the live and nobody didn't see me. I was like, yes, I got in here. And sure enough, I heard Ann sit there and say, and she doesn't know I'm in the live. She said, and Bad Boy is just being used. Jen already said that when she gets him the car, she'll be blocking him on everything and this and that. Well, that infuriated me. And she doesn't even know I'm in a live and she's saying this. So then I heard the recording about Mel, and I just talked to Jen the other day, and it's the same background, same noise, same everything. That was Jen that said that in that going on. All I kept on getting told it was a voice recording and this and that. I never got told nothing until I went in that live and heard it. So then I decided I let everybody know I was there because people were saying I didn't have felonies and they were checking Maine and it was all in Connecticut. I lived in Connecticut. I just moved to Maine and everything else. So I just wanted to clarify because I don't want no one to think I was a liar. I'm not going to lie about our record. You know what I'm saying? And so I listened to then I listened to Mel. Then I talked to Judy. And that's when I said, I can't condone in this. I can't help somebody who wants to hurt somebody else. Do. I was trying for her to grasp onto this recovery and to get a job and pay her own way. And that was it. And
Do you believe that she is in recovery? Do you believe that she's clean?
And that's what the issue I forgot to say too. Now that Friday we got into an argument because I kept on asking her for 2 days, have you been calling your sponsor? And she keeps on saying, oh, my sponsor's sick and she's in the hospital and this and that. And I said, okay. I said, so what's going on with meetings? She's like, oh, they're going to let me do Zoom meetings. And I said, no, that's not how recovery goes. If you're disabled, you can do Zoom meetings, but you're very, very capable of going to meetings. I said, you need to figure out how to get to meetings so you can surround yourself around addicts and make friends and all that. So you don't have to be on TikTok no more. This is the whole point of everything, what I was trying to do. And we got off the phone and I was very angry. So no, for a little while there, she got comfortable and she wasn't doing meetings, or at a point, she wasn't talking to her sponsor. If she has a sponsor, I don't know that 100% is that. I'm only going by what she says.
And 99.9% of what she says is a lie.
I do know that a lot of stuff she lied. She lied to me about Matt and that, and I did believe her about Matt. I didn't think she was talking to Matt. I don't know how she was sending money because she wasn't doing it through my account. So there's no money. I checked it. There's no money sent to no commissary or any places.
Well, she bought stamps, so she could have got a money order to send in there. She could have a money app card to do it. And you know, for the phone calls, the same way. Oh, you better stop it, Trisha. So after you have, did they charge you for smoking in that car?
No, they didn't charge me for smoking in the car.
Good.
And I got lucky with that. I told her not to be smoking in that car, and I guess apparently she was smoking in that car. That was a brand new 2023 Kia, one of those those box cars. And I told her, do not smoke in that car.
But as you see, Jen does whatever the hell she wants to, right?
Oh yes, and that's what I realized. She does. She takes no direction. She does what she wants to do, and what benefits her, and that's it.
So you wasn't interested in Jen romantically, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Stay. You with the past that you have, just want to, as you are rehabilitating yourself, you wanted to help other people, right?
Yes, I do help other people. I have in the past helped other people. Yes. Some
So,
I've been successful on, and some I haven't.
so after all of the you've given her,
200 for one rental, 350 for another, 230 or 40 for the stuff I bought for her apartment, and there's probably some extra money. I say about $100 to $200 more just floating around from getting food and stuff like that. And I recalled on the money order. So probably 350, 27. I'd say probably about $900.
wow. Wow. Well,
$900.
I'm glad that you intercepted that money order. I had told
Well, I
somebody
wasn't going to intercept it because I didn't want her to be homeless. But I wasn't in Silver Living. And I do know they don't kick you out if you can't pay your first time's rent. As long as you're looking for a job and prove it, they won't kick you out. You just have to back pay it.
So you went as far as also to help Jen. You went as far as to send her work from home jobs. Is that correct?
Amazon. I sent Amazon. Apple was too hard. I did a reading on it. She would have never got that job. And sites that she signs up for, and they give her work at home jobs every day to try to sign up for.
And she told you she was doing that, right?
Yep. She would go on the phone with me and be online and read all this stuff to me and say that she was filling out the application. She'd be telling me on the phone the stuff that she was filling out. And I knew it was true. Well, I thought it was true because that's all the stuff that I read.
And you just wanted to go quietly into the night, right?
Yeah,
you just wanted to be done with this and to go on about your merry way, right?
Yes, I just wanted I told her the deal was April, no latest than May. If she got a job a little bit later, I would help her with her rent in May. And then from there on out, she was on her own.
So what has brought you here to talk to us tonight? What is the accusations that she has leveled against you?
Well, last night somebody sent me a recording saying she can be around 12-year-olds, but he can't be.
So he's insinuating that you're on the registry, the sex offenders registry.
Yes. And then today I got another
absolutely
video.
not.
I'm absolutely not on that. Don't no.
Absolutely. He is absolutely not on it. Believe me, we have searched. If KK wants to come up here, we have searched. We have done our due diligence. Make sure. And this man has never even been brought up on a charge such as any of that. Okay, never. Here's beautiful KK right here. So KK, have you looked into Bad Boy's record?
Yes, because I'll be honest, I didn't believe you when you said you had 25 felonies because I was like, holy crap. So I did fact check that. And he's not lying. But there is absolutely nothing, zilch, nada, nothing, nothing.
And that was checked across every state in the United States, right?
The national. I checked every national list that I could check.
Megan's Law.
Yes, I checked everything. And anyone in here can also go. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I'm sure if you message him, he might give you his name. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all public record. But here this man is. This man has been over backwards to help Jen. When he knew he was going to get shit for doing it. He knew he was going to get shit for doing it, but he still did it. He still did it. And now that that Jen cannot use him for anything else, Jen insinuates to people that he is a predator when he is absolutely not.
it has been heavily insinuated. Actually, I mean, she straight up, I mean, she said it. She said what she said. And it is completely false. And that is extremely slanderous. And that's dangerous
Very
for
dangerous.
Bad Boy. It's dangerous. And I mean, I don't agree with it. And that's why he's here. I don't know if he wanted to share a little bit about his past quickly. That's up to him. But yeah, I can verify, and I'm sure he'll talk to anyone else as well, that is absolutely not true. He is not on the registry. I've seen his record. It's changed. People do change, and I think that he is one of them.
Thank you.
And my cat yelling in the back agrees.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So would you like to give us a brief insight of your past, Bad Boy?
If you don't mind, it'd probably
Go
be
ahead.
not long, but you know what I mean. It'd take me a little, not too long.
Hey, you tell it, and I'm gonna be token. I'm gonna put myself on mute so I don't cough and disturb you. Tell it.
And I'm gonna drop down so I can finish getting my kids dinner. And
Thank you.
we appreciate you, Bad Boy.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys too. Trust me. Thank you for everything. Yeah, my life has had a lot of trauma at a young age. It starts off at 6 months old. My real father was in the Navy. My mom had me when she was pregnant when she was 18 years old with me. And my father had psychological problems. This is all the stuff that I was told. At 6 months old, my father just changed my diaper, and I soiled myself again, and he got mad and broke my leg. My mom still got the cast to this day. My leg was hanging out through the crib, and he broke it. At about 9 months old, he poured pepper down my throat and held me under scalding hot water. This is trauma when I was a baby that I don't remember, but my mother has all the proof of it. He used to beat on my mother, and my mother got a protection order for life from him. And we started moving on our way. She met my stepfather when I was a year old. He had drinking problems, and he was very abusive with me. A lot of abusive stuff. Kneeling rice with books and lettuce in my hand, and beatings and whippings and thrown into walls. And I used to have to go to the hospital for EKGs to see if there was any damage to my head. I went there a couple of times. So in school, I used to act out and fight and throw desks and chairs at teachers. And at 7, 8 years old, I was taken out of the house into a state receiving home. From there, I went to a foster home. I was too out of control. I had ADHD. I was out of control. Nobody could control me. So they kept on sending me back because they didn't want me. Send me to another foster home, then send me back because they didn't want me. And finally, I landed at this place called Mount St. John's in Deep River, Connecticut. And I did pretty good there, went to school and all that stuff like that. So around 10 years old, I was predatorized by a man, and I was molested at that school. You can look up the school. There's a lawsuit right now. I get money every so often because I have a lawsuit against them for what happened to me, and it's still ongoing. So, lot of fighting, a lot of restraints, I just wasn't treated right while I was there. Run away, sleep in cars, live in the streets at that age, in New Britain and all that, and then get caught and come back and then run away from there again. I told the staff members that what happened, and they reversed it all on me and my buddy and said it was us and it wasn't the staff member that did that to us. And so I was mad and I never ever told anybody that ever again. And I held that for all those years inside. So around 10, I started smoking. I was running in the streets, drinking here and there, nothing crazy, hanging out. Um, Kept on going back to the school, and about 13 is when I got out of there. By then, I was already smoking the grass and drinking and dipping dabbing in a few things. Really, it just took all the pain away when I used to get to the point I couldn't handle things. I would do those things because it took the pain away. It made me a different person. It made me feel something different. A better person I felt like I was. So I got out. I was still had a lot of resentment towards my mother, and I was very defiant. So I had a hard time in school. I played sports. I was very good at sports, basketball and football. I excelled in them. I probably could have went to college if I would have stuck with it. Um, in the ninth grade, at a young age, I ended up joining the gang. I was a Latin King, and I hung out with all them. They made me feel welcomed and like family. So that's what I clung to. Uh, uh, so I started dipping dabbing in Coca-Cola, but take the cola out, and butt crack would take the butt out, and just everything, anything that you can think of, I was dipping and dabbing into, and not just a little bit, but a lot. And I was mixing it and doing a lot of it all the time. And then my baby's mama the girl I was with got pregnant, and I had my son. Um, Everything I worked. That's when I started getting more responsible with myself. Started working, but I was drinking still heavily. And then she got pregnant again, and I had my daughter. And she ended up taking off to Florida, and that devastated me because I was a good father. Uh, I never ever laid a hand on my kids. I've never even raised my voice to my kids to this day. Um, and that really devastated me. And you know, I was at this time already. I was already going in and out of jail. At 16 years old, I got into a fight, and I had to do community service at the dump, and I was getting in arguments with this firefighter. So I got really mad one night, and I took a whole bunch of acid and drank a whole bunch of pure grain, and I set the abandoned house on fire and waited for the fire department to come and started fighting with them. I wouldn't let them put the fire out. I made the front page at 16 years old. That was my first charge. besides the fights when I was younger for juvenile. I did 9 months. I got sentenced to 9 months. Jails were overcrowded at that time, so I got kicked out about a month and a half, 2 months, because it was my first time ever being in. So that's where it all started for jail. I had probation. I never listened to my probation. I always did what I wanted to do. Always gave dirty urines. Always kept on getting violated. Kept on getting in trouble. Kept on robbing, stealing, anything, not anything, but whatever's fixed or whatever I thought the rules didn't apply to me. Only I did what I wanted to do, and that was it. I didn't have that system of values in my life at all. So I was just running on me. So now I took off to Arizona. I started smoking meth and overdosed 3 times out there. I came back to Connecticut, probation. Did my time then. I got out. That was a pretty blurry state of mind at that time. I don't really remember too much. Just a lot of partying and stuff. I can't say too much on here, so it's just a quick thing. But
Can you tell us, like, the majority of your charges? What were they for?
so burglaries, robberies, guns, arson's locked up under a YO, so nobody can see that. It's a youthful offender. Uh, Assaults. Everything's all, my record's all messed up because of violation of probations. Pipe bombs. That's all I can think of right now. There could be more on there. I don't know.
Absolutely nothing to do with any form of registry.
No, none whatsoever. None.
Except probably the watch list from the government, right?
Yeah, I'm sure of that, yes. So,
Taking a couple comments from the.
oh yeah, that's fine.
Can we turn them back on?
Oh yeah, you could have left them on. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, it gives me anxiety to
Yeah.
because I want to listen to you but I do want you to know that I appreciate you very much. You know, I feel like that when you lay yourself bare for the world to criticize, to hate, to make fun of, to laugh at, to embrace, to learn from, that that's when you know that you are truly in recovery. You are truly moving forward. Instead of, hey, let me tell you something. I know a few people that would have used your upbringing as why they are doing the things that they continue to do.
Yeah.
But it seems, how many years all together consecutively did you do in the penitentiary?
I don't know exactly, but I think I figure between 20 to 25.
Okay.
So that's just between, it could be a little bit less, but it ain't too much more less. I just got done doing. I'm finishing up 7. I did 4, and I'm finishing the last couple of years out here. So I made parole. So I'm finishing that up right now.
And when's the last time you used any narcotics?
2016.
Do you drink anymore?
No, don't touch nothing.
So you're now you've turned your life around. You're working on you, and you've helped other people, right? And some of these people wonderful, and some of them are just like, okay, I used you for what I could, and I'm out of here, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I never gave. This is the first time. Well, not the first time. I helped out somebody else with a little bit of money, but she's doing excellent now. She's really moving on with her life. Um, so this is the second time that I tried it out with the money thing to help out a little bit. I didn't plan on spending as much as I did. I knew I was going to spend some, but not so fast as I did with Jen. I didn't realize I was going to be renting cars for. That wasn't part of the deal, but I just did it out of the kindness of my heart.
But and it really, to me, it really sounds like that. Like you said, you wasn't interested in dating her. You was
No,
interested
absolutely
in
not.
getting her on the right path.
This the right path. It was a strict like business. It was like a business thing. You
So
do your
did
recovery.
did
Yeah.
you follow her when she first went into the rehab?
Yes, I followed all that stuff. Not to this time around. I don't know about the first time. I know this time.
Yeah, this time when she went over. still running through her body
Yeah.
as live. Inside the recovery center and inside the, and everybody's like, oh, the twinkle in your eyes, and she's literally still intoxicated from the narcotics.
Yeah.
And that's what I've set me with Jen, because and it's windy out. I use this. I can't stand the sound of that torch. Okay, it reminds me of when I smoked narcotics, and it. I can't stand the sound of it. And Jen usually, I've heard her use regular lighters, but then I've heard her use that torch, the torch. And have you ever railed? And a big difference in the sound, everything.
Yeah, I seen that video.
And listen,
I know.
I prayed so much. I can't stand the sound of that torch. Okay, it reminds me of when I smoked people will be like, oh, you look great. Look at your eyes. You look wonderful. But every day she was online. How can you work on yourself? You can't. You still surrounding yourself today, but she'll gain 8 in the next 3 days.
Yeah. I talked to her about this. We went round and round about the internet. And I kept on telling her. And then when she would stay off, if you guys notice, she would stay off almost the whole day. Then she had to find an excuse to get back on there. And there was nothing that I can do about it. And that's what was draining. And I was getting irritated about. And I just couldn't take it no more. I just had enough of it. I just started seeing all of it. But myself, I was seeing it. I wasn't listening to nobody. And like I said, I went into that live, and I heard everything that I heard, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it. I really wanted to believe that she was going to get this, that she really.
People will be. I really tried with Jen, just like you did, and and she slandered my name. She slandered my name, but she didn't slander yours. Could get you killed
Yeah,
because ain't nobody likes a pedophile, right?
absolutely not.
And when you got somebody who's insinuating that you're not allowed to be around children, and then downright just saying it, then that's a problem. Then that's a problem. And I don't know if anybody knows what libel means. Like, there's certain lies that you can tell about people that, but then there's certain lies that you tell about people that can your ass tied up.
Yeah.
You can't slander somebody's name like that.
Oh,
Like, okay, if you want to say, oh, he's a racist,